Hi Capricorn, I'm Corinne from Sacred Star Tarot, and this is your timeless reading to get the message that is meant to reach you right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into channeled messages, then have a look at your oracle and dive deep into tarot. I hope you're doing really well. Of course, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And first of all, we're going to call Spirit in. Calling in the Holy Spirit, your guides, the angels, to preside over this reading for Capricorn, to give them the message that is meant to reach them right now. Okay, lovely. All right, let me just tune into your energy, Capricorn. And I've drawn 2 oracle cards for you, which we'll go into. So I'm just tuning into those to get the messages. Okay, and the theme that's coming up for you at the moment, or the message that wants to come through, is much to do with your water and your replenishment. So what I'm getting is that you might be feeling tired, drained, fatigued, and it's time to replenish your energy because of the water. The water is a lot to do with our emotions, and maybe you've become exhausted and fatigued because of, emotional situations or experiences that either are yours or around you in your relationships. But it's time to replenish after you've been drained. And your first oracle card is the Mirror. And it's who or what is triggering you. So this is the beautiful understanding that life is a mirror and our relationships are a mirror. And that's what I was, starting to pick up on, is maybe there's some relationship that you're in that has been draining your energy. And sometimes, there are people that give us energy and uplift us, and then there's other relationships that are draining us. And so that's really the calling to maybe have a look at your relationships. It could be relationships, it could be actually situations where you're feeling drained. Is it that in certain environments that you go into, certain places? Is it places, people, workplace that's draining your energy, and then looking at what's giving you energy? Now, the energy drainers, there's 2 recommendations here. It's to look at the drainers and decide, okay, is this a relationship that I need to have boundaries in? Because I can't just be the dumping ground and getting emotion. I think, what's the term? Having an energy vampire drain all my energy. And look, people do it. I think they don't even, they can be really good people, but if they're just leaving you drained and there's no benefit for that, and it's just happening all the time, it's a continual problem, then that would be the calling to have a look at your boundaries. If it's doing certain things that you can maybe looking at that and thinking, okay, well, this is draining me, so it's not my thing. I need to find the thing that recharges my battery. Or it's looking at how can I replenish. Maybe I'm doing all this work that is very draining, and I don't have any activities that replenish me so that I feel recharged when I wake up in the morning, because I don't think that's happening. Now we can see these beautiful, the roses on this picture keep drawing me in. And the rose is the sign of love. So for some of you, it could be a relationship, a relationship that's draining you, and that's where the boundaries come in. Either way, it's really going within and also looking at, well, what is this triggering in me? Because that can be a key to healing as well. So am I in a relationship where I am always feeling defensive? And then I need to look at my defensiveness. But these are the type of concepts, Spirit would like you to work with. Looking at your mirrors, seeing what's triggering you, and looking at what's draining your energy. Then your second oracle is surrendering to silence. So this is about your meditation, going within, silencing the mind, letting go of the busyness of the mind to enter stillness. Now within the stillness, that's where it says healing and replenishment can happen. And so this might be the calling. Maybe you need to be, to have more alone time, more time by yourself in nature, maybe doing art or something like that where the mind is still, because that's one of the keys to replenish your energy. So that's beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to dive deeper into getting your tarot messages, Capricorn. So, Spirit, could we please have the clearer, most important messages for Capricorn? The messages that need to reach them right now. The messages that they need to hear the most, that will help them on their journey through life and right at the moment. Okay. There we go. Yeah, okay. So we have the Queen of Swords with the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Swords in reverse. Lots of swords energy. No wonder you need to go into silence. Capricorn, this makes complete sense, because with all those swords, now the swords are the mind. So it's when you're in your mind a lot, there could be fears, conflicts, overthinking, over worrying, but we're going to find out. But bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. Okay. And what I'm getting from this actually is the bird of freedom. So I think you're wanting some freedom, either from the mind or a situation that keeps draining you. So let's see. So the Queen of Swords is also about, I'm getting the energy of being a bit cutthroat. And maybe you need to be a bit cutthroat with your boundaries. That's what I'm getting. So if there are people that are draining your energy, you might be having to be a little bit more clear in your communication and really deciding that, this isn't working for me. I'm not happy, or it's draining my energy, and I actually need to look after myself and protect myself. So I need to do some pretty firm boundaries. And then you have the Knight of Swords. And this is about taking action with clarity. And the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now the Ten of Swords in reverse is, when it's actually, because the great thing about this is it is in reverse, but I think there's been a lot of mental conflict, and that's either within you or within relationships, but it's ending, which is really good. And we're going to ask Spirit how to end it and what exactly it's about. So let's find out. Spirit, can we please clarify the Queen? There we go. King of Coins. The Hermit. Yeah, exactly. So definitely, I think this is the time to replenish your cups, recharge your batteries. So if you need time out and I'm getting the other sense of needing some space from a situation. So if a situation has become too draining and too much, the guidance here is to take some space. It's like Spirit is giving you permission to withdraw a bit, to get some space from the situation so that you can see things clearly. Because sometimes when you're in a situation, it's really hard to see the wood for the trees. And that's what I'm getting. Is with all of the mental confusion and conflict and feeling drained, I think you're not able to see things how they are or get clarity can't see the wood through the trees. So the calling is to look within and get so that you can really ask yourself the question, what's really going on in this situation? What is it telling me about me? Because all of our challenges are helping us to reveal something within us so that we can grow, evolve, and learn. And I think that's what's happening in your current situation. It's trying to tell you something. Even though there's a lot of mental conflict, a lot of worries potentially, fears around it, stress, something is triggering you and it's caused you to feel really drained. It's trying to show you something. And the hermit is that's where the silence helps, because the hermit knows that wisdom is within. If I can just withdraw myself, look inside, get clarity on the situation, then I'll see the truth of it. And I'll see what I need to see in me so that I can overcome a pattern, or I can break free of a situation that is clearly causing you a lot of exhaustion, if this is your reading, Capricorn. And this is what Spirit really wants you to do. Spirit wants you to break free, get what you need to get from the situation so you can overcome it. With the 10 of Wands. And that's telling me that there's a lot of fears. You'll overcome, there's some sort of a fear involved in this situation that is there for you to break free of, to overcome. So that could be the fear of leaving someone, or leaving a situation, or putting up a boundary. It'll be different for everyone, but understanding and looking within to see, okay, is there a fear inside of me that is keeping me in this situation, that is showing me something for me to overcome it, to be free of my fear, to really let it go. And that's what I was getting with the Knight of Swords. It's like being able to break free. And that's what this situation, as difficult as I'm seeing that it is for you, whatever this situation is, it's actually to help you to find some sort of a freedom within yourself. And you have the Page of Cups. And what's drawing me in is the rabbit, and in the Queen of Cups, we also see the the Queen of Pentacles, we see the rabbit by her foot, and the rabbit's always like not worrying about, having more control of the anxieties and fears, but doing what's right for you is the message that Spirit wants you to do. Do what's right for you, Capricorn. You're precious. You don't have to be in situations that cause you so much exhaustion or pain, but there'll be a solution there for you, but it's about withdrawing, surrendering to the silence, looking within to get your answer. What fear is it inside of me will be the question. So let's see if we can get another message for you. So is there anything else that can help Capricorn with this situation that they need to understand? And doing what... that's a lot of cards. Let's see what comes up. So doing what replenishes your energy so that you can get clear. Because when you're tired as well, doesn't everything look 1,000 times worse when you're tired? You really can't see the wood through the trees. So taking the time out to replenish your energy so that you can really get a grasp of this situation. Yeah, you've got the Death, so something needs to end. Yeah, Four of Swords, so rest. It's another confirmation of rest. Yeah, it's about finding balance in your relationships, I think. Definitely looking within with the moon so that you can start afresh, so that you can really end that cycle and start something new. Feel more joyful again. So don't worry. I think you're coming out of it, and this reading is to help you come out of this difficult situation, and the answers lie within. You'll find your answers. Just get into the silence, replenish your energy, and you'll be able to work it out. But really replenishing your energy. whatever you have to do. But I think that part of that is actually, having some time out will help. Now let's just see if there was anything else here. Yeah, temperance, yeah. So just getting into the stillness. Same messages over and over. And you've got Tower. So for some of you, it might be a bit of a Tower moment, the end of something. But the Tower moment for me is great because it's a breakthrough. We have to break through this self-imposed prison that we've created with the Tower. That's what's happened. They've built the prison. They can build the prison from the things that they don't want to see, their own feelings. We can build a prison so that we don't feel our own feelings, and that needs to come crumbling down because we need to see the truth, and it's the breakthrough. Or it could be, the ending of, something that doesn't have a strong foundation, so that you can find something better, so that this stress and anxiety can be, or this situation can end. And you can, get some more harmony back with the Six of Cups. Lovely. So I'm so sorry you're going through this, but the really clear message is that it's to help you break free of a fear. So it's very, very, it's for your good, and it's, you'll get a lot of good out of it. So using life as a mirror. Okay. Now let's get a, where do we want to go? Let's get a moon message. That's where Spirit wants me to look. So do we have a moon message for Capricorn? It's a very clear message, Capricorn. Now, of course, if this isn't your current situation, I would check out my other placements. So have a look at your rising sign, your moon sign, because this is very, very clear. So if this is your situation, you'll know it. And which is really exciting for you because the Tower is the breakthrough. So this will give you a breakthrough. Breakthrough and breaking free. That's what I'll call it. The breakthrough to help you break free. Oh, there we go. That was it. Bottom of the deck. Okay. So you have the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. So, sometimes we can be really stubborn in a situation, and we can try and work at it for too long, thinking that we can fix it. And, I don't think so much it's about fixing the situation. I think it's about revealing something within you. So that would be your message. Don't let pride get in the way of getting you the answer. And sometimes we really need to be honest when we look within, because sometimes there's things about the situation that we really don't want to see. So don't let that block you. Seeing the truth always sets us free. Lovely. And let's get a message from the fairies. Do we have a fairy message for Capricorn? The message that they need to hear right now. Okay, do we have a message for Capricorn? There we go. Music, lovely. So you have the fairy message music. Now music can really replenish us. So if you're really connected to music, I think we all are to some degree, but finding the music that, replenishes you, maybe it's like Hemisync, or it's binaural beats, or whatever you loved as a child, it could be anything that just recharges you, that maybe that's the way that you can silence your mind, is to listen to music through any of those ways. So listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music for you to hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Yeah, so it could be a message that's going to come through in a song, in the lyrics as a song for you, or you could use it to silence the mind and replenish your energy. Lovely. Well, I'm very excited for this breakthrough and the end of a difficult situation to overcome a big lesson and a big fear. So that is your reading, Capricorn. I'm sending you all my love, light, and blessings. I hope that has helped you get this breakthrough that is just in the precipice of. Subscribe to my channel to never miss a reading, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.